with everything and got about 400 paintballs. So
Okay, I don't paintball. I went paintballing once with a football team I used to coach. That was it. I'm not into it, but I can see where it'd be fun.
yeah,
If I go paintballing again, I don't need a. I'm just going to Sherman-Williams. I'm getting, or no, True Value. I'm getting their discount gallons of paint. I'm taking gallons of paint. I'm going to hide. I'm throwing gallons of paint on you.
that is so cool.
That's what I'm doing. I might be up in the tree. That's how I'm paintballing.
Different color for different person.
No.
Oh, okay.
I got 3 lottery tickets in my stocking, and I won $100 on one.
And you're going to share.
That's impressive.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah, I do. I was, it's not really present, but I was watching my friend's hamsters the whole time. They're still there. She won't take them back, and I'm kind of annoyed because they're really loud, but they're cute.
What do you mean she won't take him back?
Because they were in Oklahoma, and they just got back. She's like, yeah, just bring them another time, not today. Like, every single day that I asked.
She will take him back. Well, you know what you do? You get mom, hey, mom, we're taking the hamsters back. You take them over, you put them on the front porch, and you go.
You run away.
That's how I get rid of the hamsters.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
she has an outdoor cat that I probably would get it.
Not if they're in a cage, you can't.
You know.
They might have a heart attack, though.
I also got
They
do.
Yeah, and they're also suicidal. If you take them out of the cage, they'll jump off beds and jump.
Hamsters will have heart attacks and die. I've seen it happen. All right, one more.
They're also nocturnal.
I got these shoes. I already creased them. They're the same as my old ones, just new.
Okay. Good stuff.
Right.
Luca?
One of my old ones.
I can't even look at him seriously. You okay, man?
Everything he says is so funny.
All right. Guys, the lesson today is very short. We should be able to start and get done with most of your homework. Let's talk about, we're talking about systems equations. We're talking about 2 lines, right? Up to this point, whoops, that don't work. Up to this point, guys, we've had this situation with our systems. Somewhere on the graph, you guys agree they hit? And there was a solution. How many solutions are there for this system? Okay. If you guys look on your sheet there, okay, look on your notes on the top. This is one solution. That's the first situation in a system, right? What has to be true? Thank you, Mr. Westwell. What has to be true? And you guys can see it right here. What has to be true for lines to intersect? Zach?
They have to be congruent.
No. I like your thinking though.
Different folks.
Yeah, look right there. Guys, for lines to intersect, circle it, put a star by it. We have to have different slopes. That's what we've done so far. And again, I'm going to write an example. And you guys, please write, anything we write down should be on your notes somewhere. And I'm just making this up, obviously. Let's say we had this. I'm not saying these are these lines here at all. If you looked at those equations, you could say those lines are going to intersect. How do you know? Guys, it's been a long time. What's my slope here? 2. What's my slope here? 1, 4. If my slopes are different, they will intersect. Guys, lines can only intersect once. Okay? So they have to have different slopes. They will intersect. Now, excuse me. This is something new. Line, we get a no solution. If we get a no solution, lines are parallel. They will never intersect. You guys know that from ever since whatever grade. Parallel lines don't intersect. So if they don't intersect, there's no solution. Okay? Circle that. Put a star by that. And this. They have the same slope but different y-intercepts. Same slope but different y-intercepts. Okay, let me give you an example. 3x plus 8 y equals 3x minus 5. Okay, there's an example of a no solution, guys. How do I know the lines are parallel? Well, look at the slopes, guys. What's the slope on each equation? 3. Not 3x, 3. Do they have different y-intercepts? Yeah, top one's 8, bottom one's -5. And that's going to be important. Guys, these lines have the same slope. Different y-intercepts. This one looks like about -2. This one looks like +2. No solution. They will never meet. Now, here's what we're going to learn today. I'm going to try to extend this page a sec. Come on. All right. Sometimes, remember we do elimination and substitution, right? Sometimes if we get this, if we cancel out, and we cancel out all our x's and our y's, and we're left with something like this. 8 equals 3. Remember we did that before? Way back when we did inequalities and equations like this. If we have, you want to change him on my thing there, sir, please? Guys, is this true? Is this true? Guys, no, it's not true. 8 does not equal 3. So write that under there. This is what this is going to look like. This is false. What do we write then? What would we write? Will these lines ever meet? No. This would be a no solution. The lines are parallel. And we're going to get to that in examples we do here in a second. Now, this is one, we've talked about this a little bit. This is where I have one line. Let's say one of my lines looks like this, guys. And I take another line. Everybody look, everybody's eye should be right up here. Here's my first line. My second line goes right like that. They're exactly the same line. So to be exactly the same line, they have to have the same slope. But here's where you got to be careful. Well, parallel lines have the same slope too. But they also have the same what? Same y-intercept. Okay? Same y-intercept. Again, this is an example of an equation that would be. Now, what does that mean for solution-wise? And I want you to write this, well, you have it there. Infinite guys, what's the word infinite mean? Never ending. Guys, this is one solution, right? No solution if the lines are parallel. If the lines are the exact same, infinite solution means you can't stop listing how many solutions there are. Infinite solution. Solutions, I should say. Now, here's the thing. We're doing substitution or elimination to get rid of the x and the y, sometimes they'll both cancel out. If we get this, right? Is this true? So you would say true, and then we'd say what underneath it? Infinite solutions. Okay? Now, here's the tricky part that you'll see on some of the homework problems. Guys, you notice on every one I gave you here, and here, aren't they all solved for y? Right? So it's easy to see what the slopes are and the y-intercepts. Sometimes you get their disguise, you're not going to be able to tell what the slopes and the y-intercepts are. Does that make sense? Here it was easy to see. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with today. This is nothing new. This is new. If the lines are parallel, they don't meet, same slope, different y-intercept, no solution. They will never touch. If they're exactly the same line, one on top of the other, infinite solutions, exact same equation. If they cancel out, we get the same number equals the same number. Okay, and you'll see when we get to the examples here. All right, now, I think tonight, excuse me, tonight you don't have to graph on any of the homework problems. Okay, but if it says graph, we need to still graph. Okay, so here we go. Before I even start this, are they both solved for y? What do you guys think? Is there going to be one solution, no solution, or many solutions just looking at the equations, what we just talked about? What do you think? Why? What does one solution have to be? Okay, so if the lines cross, look up top. What has to be true about the slopes? Different slopes. You want to change your answer? Okay, how many agree no solution? Right. Now, why is this going to be no solution? The lines are what? Same slope. So right now we got parallel, but we got to make sure they're not the same. Are they the same line? No, because we have different y-intercepts. Does everybody see that? Now, if this was, again, don't write this on your paper. Let's say I had this. Now what would your answer be? Infinite solutions. Does everybody see the difference there? Okay, good. All right. Let's graph this. Okay, it's been a while. What's my slope? 2. Since we're graphing it, you can write it like that. Okay, now, what's my y-intercept? Write it as a point. What would it be?
0, 1, 1.
Okay? So how do I start graphing this? What am I going to do? Go ahead, Zach.
Go to 0, 1.
0, 1. Okay? Go to 0, 1. Now, how do I attach my slope of 2 to that, Matthew?
Go up to all over 1 to the right.
And can I keep doing that?
Yeah.
You can also go down 2, left 1. Down 2, left. Down 2, left. Draw a line as straight as you can. That's not bad for you. I don't care who you are. Even Mr. the Great Poobah. Mr. The Grand Poobah. Remember that from, who was that from, remember the Flintstones? Remember the water buffaloes? Wasn't it the Grand Poobah? That was funny. All right. So, that's this line, right? What's my slope? What's my slope here? Obviously what? 2 over 1. Luca, what's my y-intercept? 0, -5. That's where I'm starting. That's where I'm starting right there. What are we attaching to it? Same slope. Up 2, right 1. Up 2, up 2, right 1. Down 2, left. And it should look something like that. Now, what are we going to write here? What are we going to write? Makana? It's the same 2 raising their hand. 3, same 2 or 3. What am I doing? What am I going to write?
No solution.
Thank you. Guys, we're either going to write what? One solution, no solution, or infinite solutions. No solution. Does anybody know? Remember, I think we showed you this, Mr. Westfall and I. Does anybody know what the symbol was for parallel? Remember?
Is it like this with a line on top?
This is like that. I'm saying if I have something parallel on a graph or something, what can I write to show the parallel? I thought we showed you this. Maybe we didn't. Looks like inequality. Do you guys remember? Like that? Do you guys remember that? Maybe we didn't show you. Anyway, if you see that, it'll be in play next year in geometry. That's a symbol for parallel. Okay, now, I'll do one more. You want to do the last two?
Sure.
All right, guys, we're going to use substitution and elimination for tonight and the rest of the day, okay? What is this set up for? You know your X's and Y's are set up? I mean, you could add 2x to the top one, and you could do substitution. It wouldn't be that hard. But don't we want to go elimination, right? Okay, again, you can look at the X's or the Y's. In this case, it's going to be the same. What can I do to get that? What's the opposite of negative 4x? Positive 4. What do I multiply negative 2 by to get the positive 4? Negative 2. Does everybody agree? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to multiply everything by negative 2. Why don't you guys do that and write it right here. Now, are we going to change the bottom one? No. Leave the bottom one the same. Why don't you guys change the top one and just stop then? Don't do the whole thing. Just multiply everything by negative 2. Don't forget to multiply that 3 by negative 2 also. Okay. Guys, what's negative 2 times negative 2? What's negative 2 times, what's in front of that? Isn't that a 1?
Yeah.
What's negative 2 times 1, guys? And then 3 times negative 2 is what? Negative 6. Now, this was a freak thing because everything cancels out on every side, right? I mean, obviously, this isn't going to happen too often where everything cancels, but you never know. All right. I think in our situations tonight it might. Okay, guys, what's 4x minus 4x? Do I write 0x?
No.
They just cancel out. What's negative 2y plus 2y? What am I left with over here then? Got to be something. What am I left with? Nothing's over there, so you have to write 0. Okay? There's just 0 over there. Not 0x or 0y, just 0. What's negative 6 plus 6? Okay? So, I got 0 equals 0. Is that true or false?
True.
What's that mean? Now, guys, what does this mean if I would graph those lines? They have the same what?
Slope.
And the same what?
Y-intercept.
They're the exact same line. Okay? If I would solve these for y, they would both be what? Y equals 2x plus 3. Both of them would be. Yes?
You did it like plus 2x to the top one. You did plus 2x to the 3.
No, we're multiplying, brother. We're not adding.
I know, but what if you did it that way? Like you added
Do what?
2x.
That's what he was saying. He was saying if you added 2x.
Oh, you could have, and
y
you could.
equals 2x plus 3.
Yeah, you could have done that, and then you could have substituted it in right there. You could have got the same answer. I mean, you could have done that. I said that before we started doing the elimination. Yep. Okay, now there's two more examples. How about Ohio State? It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Which one didn't work?
All right, what do you guys think this one's set up for? Substitution, elimination. I would agree. We have solve for y. And remember, substitution is the one where we take the one we're plugging it into and we physically substitute what y is equal to. Y equals negative 1x plus 3. So where I see a y, I substitute negative x plus 3. Remember doing this? So now this equation is going to only have x's, and we'll solve for x. So here we go. 2x plus, now we're going to distribute. What's 2 times negative 1x? Negative 2x. And what's 2 times 3?
6.
Equals 4. What's a 2x plus a negative 2x? 0. X, or just 0, right? Plus 6 is 6 equals 4. Wait, 6 equals 4. Is that true?
No.
False.
Yeah, that's true.
You got your loonies and your toonies mixed up, Mr. Parker.
In Canada, that's true.
I'm saying you get your loonies and your toonies mixed up. Do you know that's their monetary system?
That's what it's called.
Loonies and toonies?
No, it's not. What kind of monetary system is that? What does that mean?
What money denominations does Canada use?
Here's a summary from Wikipedia. They are issued in $5, $10, $20, $50, and $100 denominations.
3.
What's a $1 bill in Canada called?
According to Bank of Canada, as of January 1st, 2021, the $1, $2, $25, $500, and $1,000 bills from every Bank of Canada.
Maybe I'm wrong.
There's a $500 in Canada.
I think I'm gonna look it up when we're not.
$500 bill.
I think you're. I think
Is that
I
just
think
slang for it? What they call it slang? I don't know.
I know it's like $1 Canadian. They call it $1 Canadian.
Oh.
Like I thought it was called a loonie, and a $2 was called a toonie.
I know the Louvre is a
Why would it be called a loony?
Museum.
museum in France.
Loonies?
All right. What do you think? If it's false, then there is no solution. All right, last one. What do you guys think this one would be easiest? Which process? Is that true? Elimination. I thought of you guys. I went to a movie over break and they did the elimination at the very beginning with the minions.
Sing. Did you want to sing?
Yeah, I saw Sing too.
Oh, I feel bad.
Was it funny?
It was pretty good.
Everybody says
I watched that one. I watched Spider-Man.
I saw Spider-Man.
That's
That
not good.
was a good one.
It was alright.
I couldn't watch
It was better than ours.
You wept?
Yes.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I went
I
to
cried like
friend.
five.
What's
Why?
crying? You didn't cry. You went.
So sad.
All right. Anybody well trained enough to kind of just look at the equations, be able to tell? Bailey, what do you think? Well, before we do that, I'm just saying, look at the equations and say, oh, it's going to be all real, or no solution, or one solution. Can anybody look at it and tell? You say infinite? What are you seeing? What makes you think that?
Well, they're gonna be like equal, so it's all gonna be 0. I'm just gonna equal 0.
So you're saying like if I were to like solve for y, I would have negative x plus 3. And down here, if I solve for y, I'd have to subtract 2x and then divide by 2, and what do you get? Negative 1x plus 6 divided by 2? 3. Watch. Mary, watch. This one, if I solve for y, it's y equals negative x plus 3. You agree? How would I solve this bottom one for y? I would have to subtract 2x and then divide by 2. What do I get? Negative x plus 3. Same thing. Same thing. Same line. How many solutions? Infinite. Okay? So if you see that happening, does that make any sense to everyone else? What I'm talking about? If you solve them and they're the exact same line, they're infinite solutions, right? Now, that's one way to do it. Another way, I would agree. I think some people were saying try elimination. Let's say we want to eliminate the x's. I would multiply by top one by negative 2. I get negative 2x minus 2y equals negative 6. Bottom one, 2x plus 2y equals 6. Keep it the same. Negative 2x plus 2x is 0. Negative 2y plus 2y is 0. And negative 6 plus 6 is 0. 0 always equals 0, meaning x and y, there's infinitely many solutions. Okay? So we'd say true, but our answer is infinite solutions. Hear about the detective that had to go to the ER?
Like call some lala.
He accidentally hooked his private eye. I got one every day, people. Every day. My wife wanted to torture you guys.
Oh, great. Oh.
Got you another one?
That's gonna last for a while.
The other one was involved.
Yeah, all year.
360 days.
What, I didn't hear the joke.
I didn't get
361 days.
Why did the detective have to go to the ark?
Okay, so you know how detectives, like, they'll sometimes work with another person, they call them a private eye.
No.
I, like the letter I, private investigator. Private eye.
Why did he have to go to the
So-
ark?
It's on the.
He didn't have to. He could have.
There's another name for a detective.
Yeah, it's a private eye.
Private eye.
I was thinking something Twitter.
Don't look ahead.
No, she want to know where you got it from. A joke calendar, people.
She probably got it from
Is it day
Amazon.
one?
Well, it was today.
It's today.
Oh, there's like dates.
It's calendar.
That's what a calendar
She's not
That's
used
why
to.
there's 361 of
Did you
these.
fall
Guys,
into ice skating?
Give her a break.
I actually did.
She's not used to dates. So okay.
What kind?
Aaliyah, how many days are in here?
365. And on a leap day, there's 360.
It even fell over.
All right, you guys have plenty of time to get your homework done in class.
You know what?
Hey Siri, when's the next leap year?
It's always a multiple of 4.
Does anybody know why we have leap years? Anybody?
Because February is one.
February
is weird.
I think they're every 4 years, right?
Because the sun's
Oh.
I'm like, that's my answer.
I think it's
Anybody?
because the sun.
This was why you know? I bet.
Because the earth feels
I think it's someone like the spin on its axis or
Because
something.
the farmers need more light.
So you give them extra credit?
That's